Hey folks, Victor Lane with you right here at Comic-Con 2012. And we are here with a really interesting twist on a fan site. These guys here are Star Trek fans, and their group is right here. It's called the 5-Year Mission. And well, first off, let's just get them to introduce who they are, and then we'll tell you what they do. So your name is?
Mike.
Mike?
Andy, and I play drums.
Oh, well, we haven't got to that part yet.
Well, there you go. I'm early. Early.
Your name is?
Chris.
Chris, and?
Noah.
I'm sorry.
Noah.
Noah? Okay, these guys have formed a band, and thus the drum player here. And, and basically what they did is they created a song for every episode of the original Star Trek series. And so first off, let's get your thoughts about this. How did this actually start?
My favorite answer for that is that Mike here is just a big dork.
Okay.
He was the original Star Trek fan in the band that had the idea just to write a song for every episode, and he eventually kind of got Noah on board after they were talking to each other at this band collective that they used to do.
Okay.
And then Chris here heard about it, and he was intrigued. And then Patrick came on board, and then I was the final piece to the puzzle.
Okay.
And ever since, I mean, it's been 2.5 years together as a full band, and we haven't looked back.
Now, were you guys friends before that?
The majority of us, I mean, we knew each other from around the Indianapolis music scene.
Okay.
And, you know, a lot of these guys' bands have played together. It turned out that my bands had played with their bands at certain points, and we just didn't quite click and realize it.
Okay.
So yeah, I mean, we all knew each other, at least intrinsically, and then a couple of us were just friends in general.
Okay.
So yeah.
And obviously, your band wasn't called 5-Year Mission before that. What were you guys doing before that?
Before that, well, we each had different bands.
Different bands, okay.
Noah here was he still has a band called Eisenhower Field Day.
Okay.
Mike over there had a band called Little Voice. I was in a band called Dorsey for a while.
Okay.
Andy, the Creeping Charlie.
Creeping Charlie,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah, so we all come from different bands, different styles of music.
Okay.
But once we got together, we found that we just, what we were doing worked together.
Okay.
And we also have another member, Patrick, who's not here
Patrick,
today.
okay. I was going to ask that too.
Yeah, and he's in the Shakeups. Well, that's one of his many bands, but
Oh, okay. I was like, it sounds like he's ill.
yeah, no, he's actually in California this weekend with his other
okay.
band, La Madeira. The
La
Madeira,
La
yeah.
Madeira,
And
okay.
they're doing a tour out there, so I never say that right.
Okay. All right. And do you guys all live in the same area?
Yeah, we all live in Indianapolis, based
Okay.
out of Indianapolis. We all practice and record in my living room, basically. We kind of have a home studio set up.
Okay. And now, I know you guys each, I was told a little bit about this by Noah yesterday, that you each wrote like 4 of the songs picked 4 episodes that you did, and
Right.
and how did you decide which episodes each person was going to write?
Well, we write down the names of the episodes and we put them in a hat.
Literally.
And just stir it up,
Oh,
and we
okay.
each draw out 4, and you just get stuck with what you're stuck with.
Oh, okay. So it wasn't like, oh, these are my favorite episodes. No, they're my favorite. And
Well, Chris keeps getting all the good ones.
oh, is that what it is? Okay. Well, who wrote the song Mary?
That's Patrick.
Yeah, Patrick.
Patrick. Okay. So I can't rise him about that, but that was like the funniest one on the CD. I was cracking up with it.
Oh,
the
yeah.
bonk bonk on the head and everything. So
Miri is basically our free bird.
okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I can see that. I can
Every
see that.
every single show, Miri. Okay.
Now you guys also do live shows and things like that as well, correct?
Right, yeah, we play conventions. We also play at local bars, places around where we live.
Okay.
We're trying to get out and do more of that outside of our town. We've actually done some regional stuff in Indiana.
Okay.
But we're trying to do, just broaden that audience, because we're not just a Star Trek band. We're a band that happens to play music about Star Trek.
About Star Trek.
Right,
Okay.
right.
So it's 2 separate entities that kind of
Yes, they go
collaborated
together.
together.
Yeah,
And,
right.
Okay. So out of and I know the 3rd album hasn't come out yet.
No.
When is that due to come out?
That probably will be about July of 2013.
Okay.
But until then, in lieu of year 3, which would normally be released in November, we are releasing a 5-song Tribbles EP, where
Okay.
the four main songwriters are writing a song about Tribbles.
Okay.
And then I am also writing a song about the Tribbles.
Okay.
So that should be interesting when it comes out.
Oh, nice.
I've never written a song before, but from what I hear, it's decent enough to be dubbed album worthy.
Okay.
And I think that will probably whet the appetite of everybody and kind of quell them until year 3 comes out.
I'm curious as to find out what word that you got to rhyme with Quadrotriticale.
You know what? Interestingly enough, we all have different words that rhyme with. I don't
That
remember
rhyme
what I
with it.
used.
Oh.
I did. I said Quadrotriticale, and then that rhymed with might get kind of crazy.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
All right.
I know Quadrotriticale's in there on my song, but I think it was at the beginning of a line, so I didn't have to rhyme it. So I just kind of, I cheated it.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Very cool. And I know you told me yesterday, but tell everybody we're going to ask you each what your favorite Star Trek episode is.
Oh.
Mine is What Are Little Girls Made Of?
Okay. And
Why?
Why?
Because of Sherry Jackson.
Okay. It can't fault you there. And yours?
I'm a big fan of Metamorphosis. I
Very
just think it's a
cool.
really cool episode. It's got a lot of cool symbolism in it.
Okay. All right. And you?
My favorite is the Gamesters of Triskelion.
I love that episode.
Oh, it's a fantastic episode.
Yeah. Angelique Pettijohn, you can't go wrong.
Well, I mean, she looks like Lady Gaga wearing a bag of Jiffy Pop. So.
I was Gaga before she was called.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. And yours?
The Cage, The Man Trap, Charlie X, Where No Man's Gone Before, The Naked Time, Enemy Within, Mud's Women. I love them all.
We don't have that much. You have to pick one. If you could pick one, if you were stranded on a desert island with one Star Trek episode to watch ever, which one would it be?
If that is the scenario, it's gonna have to be What Are Little Girls Made Of, because I'm gonna have a lot of free time. But if
I didn't say you were alone. I just said if you were stranded.
I don't know. Yeah. Cat's Paw, right? Yeah.
Cat's Paw.
Cat's Paw.
Galileo 7.
No, really. I love Arena. That's probably one of my favorites.
Love that one too.
Or maybe Trouble with Tribbles.
Okay.
You know, those I enjoy watching those over and over.
Now, once you guys are finished with the 3 seasons and you have all of those done, is there going to be like a motion picture soundtrack where you're going to have like the Star Trek, the first motion picture one to be like a 20-minute song with 5 words in it?
This is the most commonly asked question for us. We don't know.
Okay.
We've had a lot of ideas. One idea that we've had is going into the animated series.
Oh, nice.
And knocking out like a 27-song punk rock album.
Oh, wow.
So we don't know. We don't want to make any promises because we're really not sure. And
Right.
who knows how long this project will take.
Right.
It's definitely going to be more than 5 years.
But the
the
fan
5-year
base
mission is longer than 5 years. That's just it's the name, not the
Right.
the
True.
duration.
But the fan base is good for you and stuff.
Yeah,
and you're
yeah,
getting a lot
yeah.
of good
People are
reception on
great.
it.
Yeah, we really, it's really rewarding to look out and see people who haven't seen us before, and they get this look on their face like, what? And then, you see the smile spread on their face, and like, this is really cool, and we just love that.
That's kind of what happened to me yesterday. We were sitting in the dining area,
Right.
and you guys walked in, and and my friend had already started talking to you, and they're like, and they wrote a song about every episode. I'm like, what? I've got to get in on this. I've got to know. And I'll tell you, before we even leave, as a fan myself, I bought both CDs and listened to them both, and generally, honestly, I love the music. I really enjoyed both CDs. I can't wait for the next one to come out, and I really enjoyed them. You guys will too. Give us the website real quick.
5yearmission.net, and we're also on Facebook, Twitter, YouTube. We're all over the place. Google 5-Year Mission and you'll find us. But if you go to 5yearmission.net, we have videos, we have all kinds of links to our other sites, we have pictures. It's really the hub of activity for what we do.
Very cool, very cool. So you have music videos posted on YouTube and things like that? And
Lots and lots of them.
now, do you incorporate the footage from the actual series into them? Or?
The majority of the videos are just basically like clips of the episode just set to our song. So we have one live action video thus far with actually us physically in it, and then we're actually going to be filming another one here in about 2 weeks.
Okay.
We have one other live video. Do we? The George Takei birthday video.
Oh,
That's
nice.
right.
And
That's
such a nice
right.
guy. We interviewed him a few years ago on our show.
nice,
so, yeah,
nice,
very cool. So anyways, guys, we're running out of time, so I got to say goodbye. But check out the website, 5yearmission.net. The videos, all the information that you can find. These guys are really cool, and they put out really good music for you guys to listen to. So here at the Chicago Comic-Con, thanks a lot, guys, for being with us. We've got a lot more coming up ahead, so don't go anywhere, or else I'll hit you with my phasers. Thanks, guys.